One of the most common things that my students come to me with and ask me about is, how can I improve my turnout, Ms. Gaither? I don't have flat turnout. So it's not just based on your ability or how much rotation you have, mobility you have in your hip socket. A lot of times it's just a weakness. Maybe they have turnout, but they can't sustain it, right? So using the band, okay, this is a great way to improve your turnout. So you have the band around, right? So resistance band work is really vital because it creates strength, right? And you're also fighting the resistance band, so it creates the ability to hold your turnout. You kind of have, it's forcing your hand at it. So here we have the band, and then I'm going to pull out and in and out, keeping the hip down, the rotation, right? Shoulder to hip. The resistance of the band is an inner thigh killer. And that's what we need to strengthen, right? When we're closing in fit position, right? Crossing the fifth, and then you can pulse it out. And then you can hold after the pulse and then go back and say you do about 6 to 12 when you start to build more strength, right? Then you start to add more numbers, higher reps, and then you can pulse it out again, right? 6 to 12 as you start to build, and then you can hold for 10 to 20 seconds. Take the same thing to the side. So now your standing leg is super challenged here. You start to roll and lose your turnout, then you use the positioning here. So you want to have that resistance of the band and fight the band by maintaining the turnout of your supporting leg. So you want to think of this like saloon doors, right? Saloon doors, what do? They open in opposition of each other. So think of your hips that way, right? You're going to open and open. And this is where we're building the strength to maintain this position. So when you come to center and you're without the bar, you're not pronating towards that big toe. So we have to develop that strength with this resistance work. When you bring the leg in, you want to only bring it in to where there's continuous pull. You don't want to bring it in where there's slack, right? And so again, you start with 6, pulse it out, squeeze those glutes, and then you can hold 10 to 20 seconds. Same thing in derriere. So again, challenging supporting leg, in and out, pulling up, coming right to that place where there's still resistance, pulse it out. And then you can take rond de jambes, right? And rond de jambes. So this is great, a great way and easy, right? Doesn't require a lot of equipment, just a simple resistance band. And you can do this before your class, warm up your turnout muscles, get them fired up. And then when you come into that first position for those plies, you're already activating those proper muscle groups. So easy. This is also in the realm of turnout, but now we're just going to move a little bit into posterior. So we're going to take the ball, and again, these are not expensive things. You can find something like this at Target. We're going to work through all the positions again, right? So here we are in devant, and I'm going to press down on the ball. So this is working, right? Back of the leg, maintaining that turnout, and hold 2, 3, 4, and up. At the same time, I'm also majorly focused on supporting leg, right? Maintaining the turnout of the standing leg. So it's the holding that's a killer, right? So it's the recruitment of the muscle group and then putting it time under tension. This is where change happens, time under tension, right? So the longer you can kind of maintain that hold, you're building that strength and stamina in the proper muscle groups. So again, you can build your reps up the stronger you get. So same thing here. I'm going to open my hips in opposition of each other, and I'm going to recruit, glute, hamstring, inner thigh, right? External rotators, pressing down, 2, 3, 4, and release. Press out. Little micro movements, they go a long way. You might feel like, I'm not even barely pushing that ball down, but I feel this everywhere. So that's where you wanna make sure you're feeling it all over. And same thing, interior. So also this is helpful for people that have a problem sickling a little bit. So here, when you push down, you also want to make sure you're focused on that pressing down through the ankle, and then see how the toes are slightly coming up. So this is the line that we're kind of shooting for in derriere. And this ball helps because you have to press your heel down into the ball. And then again, you'll hold. So if you take that idea now, remove the ball, think of that ankle bone, right? Pressing down, moving from that inner thigh. So another great exercise, simple, not expensive equipment, and goes a long way, especially if you're consistent with these things, then you're going to start to see and feel the results.